I bought Slingshots ranging from the cheapest to the most expensive, and today we're going to test them all to see which one is the best. We've got everything from plastic Slingshots, then we move on to wooden ones, some metal models, a super upgraded one, and finally the top of the line Slingshot. Let's start with the cheapest, this plastic Slingshot, which costs 12 Rs. It even comes with some ammo, but we're not going to use that. Wow, the band already snaps with just one pull. I'm not sure we'll even manage a proper test. For today's video, we're going to use two kinds of ammo. First, castor beans, which are classic and old school, and also some small metal balls. And for each Slingshot, we'll have 3 targets: a cardboard box, a Coke can, and the coolest one, a plaster skull. Let's start testing with this super cheap plastic Slingshot, and I can already tell it's not gonna do much. I'll use castor beans as ammo this time, and the first target is the box. Since it's obvious this thing is weak, I'm going to shoot from point blank range. 3, 2, 1. Kinda junky, right? Honestly, I don't even think this really counts as a Slingshot. It's just a kid's toy. So let's move on to the real Slingshots. The next Slingshot cost me 25 Rs and is a much more old school model. The frame is made from a V-shaped tree branch, probably guava wood. It also has this tripa de mico band and a little leather pouch to hold the ammo. This is the simplest kind of Slingshot you can get, and it probably has some decent power. That's why I called in a professional Slingshot shooter, Corbera, who's even going to be in the next Olympics, right?
In the Mugiwara Olympics. First test with castor beans shooting at the cardboard box.
This cardboard box isn't just any regular box. It has a double layer, so it's much tougher here, but even so, the shot went through easily. It didn't pass all the way through though. The castor bean is still right here. Since the castor bean has already proven strong, let's try a metal ball on the soda can. Make sure your aim is good, alright?
Will it be good? Now we'll take a shot with a small steel ball about 6 or 8 millimeters.
And remember, safety always comes first. And what do you know? The guy really does have good aim. He hit the can on the first try. I'm not exactly sure where it went in or where it came out, but what matters is that the can got destroyed. If this Slingshot handled the first test well, now let's see how it does with the solid little plaster skull, huh? If this thing cracks, then it's more than approved. The shot landed roughly on the skull's eye, broke this side here, but it didn't shatter completely. That's because this is just the first Slingshot. We still have several more to go, including some much stronger ones. So let's move to the next. This one cost me 60 Rs and already has a completely different build. The rubber band and the leather pouch are the same, but its body is made of metal. That makes the Slingshot a bit lighter and also more durable. Let's go to the first box test with the castor bean. 3, 2, 1, that was a solid hit, but this time the castor bean didn't make it through the cardboard. It hit here and bounced back. Let's move on to the second target, the Coke can using a metal ball as ammo. Man, that's wild. We hit the can, but it didn't burst. It clearly hit down here and made a pretty big dent, but it wasn't enough to blow the can open. Third test, the little skull. Let's see what happens now. We hit almost the same spot as the first time, right here on the side near the eye, and nothing happened again. This skull is seriously tough. This lousy Slingshot cost more than the previous one and performed way worse. Let's keep going. The next Slingshot cost me 90 Rs and has some unique features. It has a plastic base that fits your hand, and its shape gives you a better grip. It also has this support piece underneath to reduce wrist strain. You slide your arm in like this, and it locks here. So this part is what holds the Slingshot steady. Now the rubber tubing and the leather pouch are basically the same. Target, cardboard, ammo, castor bean. This Slingshot has much shorter rubber tubing than the others. That makes us stretch it a lot more. That generates stronger elastic force, and it worked. The castor bean hit the target hard. You can see the hole is way larger than the previous ones. And not just that, it went in and even broke through the back of the box. Now yes, I'm starting to feel the price difference, and the next target is the can. Since the target is smaller, the professional will take this shot. He made a full-on Coca-Cola fountain, but look how cool. The shot hit right up here at the top, made a small hole, and just passed straight through. The coke probably was not shaken enough, so it did not explode, but it went straight through with incredible ease. The third test for this slingshot will use the little skull, but I brought a bigger one for a stronger visual impact. I'm actually going to set it aside. Wow, now that was a hit. Look what happened to the skull. It blew the whole head open right here. Man, what an insane shot. Without a doubt, this is the most powerful slingshot so far. The next slingshot cost me 160 Rs, and this one is already a professional model, totally different from the others. Right away you can tell the body of this slingshot is much more robust. It is all metal with a wooden grip, a cleaner finish, and a new design that looks a lot more professional. It also has a level for more precise aim adjustments. And on this side there is a laser that helps, especially if you are shooting at night. During the day, I think the beam won't be strong enough. Now, this elastic is already different from the others, and honestly, does it not look more resistant? It feels weaker, but since I paid 160 Rs, there must be some research behind it. I'll trust this elastic. Cardboard box and caster beam. And the cool thing is that you can see it aims directly at the target, so I think our aim troubles are over. Wow, I underestimated this elastic, but it performed incredibly well. I hit the bottom part of the box. It tore this whole area open. It even tried to burst out the back, but it couldn't. Coca-Cola, well, here we go. Once again, the Coke did not explode because the ammo is small and very fast, and the can wasn't shaken enough. It hit right here and went through with ease. And the accuracy on this thing is way better than all the other little slingshots. Now I understand why it was so expensive. Next test, little skull, little skull. We struck at the base of the skull. It cracked cleanly, leaving a smooth cut here. I really like this slingshot. Now let's go to our final slingshot, the most expensive of them all. It was designed and built by Corbera himself. Explain it to us.
What about the price? Does anyone here know? It's X. Come on, do the honors.
I will test it then. And it is all made with 3D printing, fully detailed and handmade. It turned out great, but now we are going to test its sturdiness. Let's go. Three, two, one. We hit it, but the shot did not go through the box.
Here we learned a couple of things. The type of elastic and its size limits how far we can pull it. So we end up not being able to stretch it any further.
Larger elastics generate less force.
Less force because they need to be stretched more. So here we would need to shorten it. Unfortunately, today we cannot do that. But I think we can still use this little toy.
Especially with Coca-Cola. And now that we shook the Coca-Cola, the mess was much more interesting. We hit it right in the middle, and as soon as a small tear opened, all the internal pressure exploded out. Then it ripped the Coke can completely. The little metal ball even tried to go through here, but since the can had already exploded, it could not. And our last target now is the little skull. And this time, it burst the skull completely, opening it up even more. And look, you can even see the brain inside here. Out of all the slingshots we tested, which one did you like most?
Look, I have to be honest. This one was my favorite.
It was stronger, right?
We noticed the difference. The difference in the elastic length, but I really liked it.
Aesthetically, this one turned out cooler for sure.
It is more of a decorative concept, but we saw that it actually works.
Yeah, it just did not perform all of its functions.
It has that nostalgic vibe, right? Made in the backyard at home.
And you guys, which slingshot did you like most? Leave it here in the comments. And here I'm leaving another video. Really cool for you to watch. Which one do you think was cooler? The most expensive or the cheapest pocket knife? Watch and let me know.